Hey gang, so as I'm sure you're aware, on March 8th, The Division comes out, and I was lucky enough to play in the beta last weekend, and I wanted to share that experience with you guys, give you sort of my first impression of the game. And I guess I'll start with the first cutscene, which is the first thing you see when you load up your new character. Gonna be honest here, was pretty disappointed with the first cutscene. Some cutscenes are very memorable, very, powerful, and this one was pretty much just a woman giving exposition, and then they dump you in New York, and they're like, all right, go do what we tell you. No real background, no real motivation. It doesn't do a great job of setting up the universe. It's just exposition, and that felt kinda lame, actually. I'm hoping the story picks up, but that initial cutscene did instill a lot of confidence. Once the game starts, you are put in New York City, and it looks just like New York City. It's not just the textures either. The game does run at 1080p, 60 FPS, but it is a 1:1 scale model of New York. It seemed to me. They do a good job of pulling it off. If it's not, then I'm impressed. It looks that way. I've been to New York a few times, and there were places that I literally recognized being in. So that was really cool for me. I was very impressed, and I think you will be too. I mean, if you're looking around here, you can see sort of that it's very realistic. As far as the first story mission goes, it was pretty boring, but it's a demo and it's a tutorial mission, so I'm not like expecting, the best gameplay ever. It pretty much just introduced, core gameplay mechanics, like here's how you throw grenades, here's how you hide behind cover, here's how you, run to cover, blah blah blah. Getting you acquainted with like the core game mechanics, and I mean, you know what? The core game mechanics are solid. If you're into third-person shooters, cover-based shooters, it feels really good. It feels awesome. If you've never played one before, this is a good one to start with. I mean, what can I say? It was a lot of fun. It felt strategic. It felt like where I was mattered. You definitely can't run out in the open and run and gun like you can in first-person shooters. This one's very much cover-based, and they don't try and hide that at all. It's obvious from the start. If you're not hiding behind cover and shooting from behind cover, you're gonna die quickly to the legions of enemies that they throw at you. I'm hoping that the story missions don't continue the trend of put you in a room full of guys and you shoot at them and then you keep doing that for the rest of your life. I hope that we do get some objectives, but there were plenty of live events on the map. Things like hostage rescues, or at one point I had to like defend a water pressure valve from some guys with flamethrowers. That was awesome. That felt cool. It felt, I don't know. They've clearly got a handle on objective-based gameplay, and I'm hoping they bring that into the story later. I don't want to judge the entire game based on the one story mission they gave us in the beta. It was clearly a tutorial, and I get that, and like, at the end of the day, it introduced me to the core game mechanics, and they feel good, so no regrets there. If you know anything about The Division, you know about the Dark Zone. It's the end game, it's the PvP arena, it's where all the best loot is, and I mean, it's so big, it really deserves its own video. But just talking about first impressions, the very first time I walked in, I knew it was special and different, and it felt like the Wild West. And it was a place where I could kill or be killed, a place where I could get loot, but I could also lose loot. I managed to get some really cool loot, and then went to extract it, and found a guy, and there's proximity chat, so I talked to him. I was like, you want to team up? We teamed up. Two of my friends joined in, and we got some loot, we extracted some loot, we got bored, we killed a bunch of people, like a lot of people. We made our way to a rooftop with like a level 5 rogue status, and defended ourselves against the onslaught of rogue hunters, and the bounty on our head ever increasing. And eventually we were taken down, and we respawned, and we killed the people who killed us. It was a lot of fun. It's a special area, and it definitely requires you to play it before you really understand it. It's something that you should experience before you buy the game, because there's a chance that you don't like it. I personally love it, and I can't wait for the game to come out so I can play the full release of it, get the full experience without all the bugs, without all the exploits. But there's definitely a lot of potential there. It has, if they do it right, it has the potential to be one of the best experiences on our current gen. And that includes PC. I think it's really something unique, and definitely worth experiencing once. There were plenty of things that could be exploited. There were plenty of bugs, but that's why we have betas, so we can work out those bugs. And if they get everything worked out by the full game release, I think it's going to be worth that $60. I know I'm sold on it after playing the beta. You know, I'm excited to make Division videos. I hope you guys liked this video. I will be going in detail about the Dark Zone. I'm going to make a video for that. And I'm not going to stop making Destiny videos. So if you only watch me for Destiny, then you don't have to worry about that. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.